You guys and girls doing today? It's your boy Timster918, y'all. In this video, we are playing the best game of all time that has no issues. No, I'm just kidding. We're playing Escape from Tarkov, y'all. But let's get down into it, y'all. If you like these videos, comment and subscribe, and especially comment, because if you don't, I'll take your candy at night. But y'all, in this video, we're talking about what we normally talk about, which is analyzing gameplay. This time, we're analyzing survivals and analyzing wins, because we got a double kill, survived, and extracted. So this is the current situation right here. What's happening is, as you can see, me and my friend were rolling up into factory, and I'm at the bottom of the steps right now. He says he hears people running from behind us and that they're going to push in. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And we're getting set up and getting ready for them to push, and we're going to play it like I normally do, and then I will talk about the situation in the scenario after the fact. So let's play it, and then yeah, I'll catch y'all after the video. So let's rewind this back. We'll play it from right here.
I'm dead. He's lit.
Got you. Both.
Nice.
All right, gamers, let's go ahead and talk about that scenario here. So I'm going to just walk y'all through my entire thought process on this. So, I'm down at the very bottom of the steps here, right? I start hearing shots, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to push now. Now, this is my teammate getting into the fight. I'm like, all right, well, while he's getting into the fight, I can't run up the steps all the way because I'm not going to run past him and getting his crossfire right. And I'm just like, I'm going to open up this door, and I'm going to swing out on them while he's fighting them at the steps. This is a perfect time to collapse on them because maybe they don't know that there's two of us. Maybe they just know that there's one, right? So, like I said, I run on out right here, and I'm like, all right, so I'm going to loop around, and me neither, I'm not going to lie, I only expected one, I did not hear two, but of course, in the rule of Tarkov, you never know. If there's one, there's two, there's three, there's four, there's five, and if there's five, there's probably a whole nother scab. So, yes, that's how the Tarkov goes down, and I'm proud of myself what I did right here. So, when I swing out like this, I see this guy. Now, this guy to my right, he hears me, and this is all about prioritizing targets. So, in my brain, even though this guy at the top is aiming at me, I know the closest threat is the one that's coming down the steps to me. In my brain, I'm thinking I have to eliminate the person who's coming down the steps, because when this person gets down the steps and they look at me, they're going to have an immediate direct line of sight on me. They're going to be looking straight at me, and that's a 100% guaranteed chance of me dying. This guy is high ground, so he has to aim down at me, and unless he's at this guardrail right here and he has direct line of sight at the guardrail, he's not going to kill me immediately. He's going to be shooting at me, but he won't be able to kill me unless he gets a headshot on me. So in my brain, I'm like, I have to prioritize the target to my left right here. So that's why you see me aim at this guy, then I switch to the left. I'm like, no, this guy's a bigger threat because he's running down the steps. Now, based on this guy's movement, it looks like he didn't even notice that I was here. Either that, or he's just running away because he just killed my teammate. He's getting a quick reload, and maybe he does recognize me, but before he's able to even turn, I kill him. And as you can see, what I'm doing right here, once again, I'm proud of this, is that I move to my right, so that way this guy up top can no longer get line of sight on me. So even though he's shooting at me in my arm, I'm like, okay, I need to hurry up and move back to cover as fast as possible. So you see me immediately move to the right, and this forces the guy, like I said, up top. He would either have to run to the guardrail and shoot me, or he's going to have to run down the steps to me. So cutting off line of sight from him is important, and like I always say in my videos about winning, is making it into 1v1s. Now, I completely forget that you can't shoot through that grate right there. And as you can see right here, I immediately stop the heavy bleeding because I know if I start coughing, it's going to be a sign of weakness, and what's going to end up happening is he's going to get more aggressive and push me. What I'm doing right now is I'm trying to take out a grenade to bait him to see if he's actually going to move from that spot. I see that he's hunkering down. He's going to be holding that door. And normally what I would do in a situation like this is I would get scrambled and my brain would just go into just run into him mode and just don't even think. And I would just either run up the metal steps and try to fight him right there, or just run through this doorway, which would be extremely dumb to do. Like, why would I want to do that, right? So I was like, okay, I'm going to make a move here. And I decided to take high ground. I'm like, you know what I'm going to do? Another moment I'm proud of right here. I'm like, I'm going to throw a grenade at this moment, and that's going to force him to move. I don't know where he's going to move, but of course, grenades in the game, because of the sound in the general, because of the sound in the game, you don't know where grenades are going to land, and you don't know where they were thrown at. So it makes you extremely nervous, and most people are just going to move out of habit. So when I threw that grenade, I'm like, okay, he's going to move now. At the time when I ran down here, I immediately looked to this spot, and I don't see him. I, of course, don't see him out here either. So I'm like, okay, he's not holding this angle anymore, right? Because he probably thinks that the grenade went outside. And at the time, like I said, I don't see it, but he's actually down here. He actually ran down the steps, or maybe he hopped off the rail and he ran down the steps, and he is now, you can see him a little bit right there, he's now running down below. So I'm like, okay, cool, I've cleared this. Now I had two options: run through the bathroom and run all the way down, which would take way too long, and I also know he's closer. I'm like, I know he has to be close. He couldn't move that far that fast. So I'm like, oh, let me run down and check down here. That's my teammate's dead body, rest in peace. But you know, I come down, and obviously, like I said, he's right here on this corner. This right here, of course, was a, you know, it was a 50-50. What he could have done if he wanted to is he could have ran out this door, and he could have been holding, you know, an angle like a right-hand peek on this door. He could have been holding this angle right here, but he's just standing by this door. And like I said, my first couple shots, I hit the fucking door, and like I said, he could have killed me here, but I'm running down the steps, and I end up getting that kill. Now, like I said, it could have been desync on his side, could have been, you know, random lag, or, you know, when you stop moving for a second in Tarkov, what happens is the person who is moving has that mover's advantage, right? And yeah, so that's how we secure the kill. And like I normally do, the reason why it goes black right there is because I alt tab to start recording for my friend. This is my friend's gear right here, and I'll show you all the loot, because of course it is criminal to get kills and not show the loot in Tarkov. So I go to the first guy, the second guy I kill, which is his homeboy, and the only thing I get really is the guy's gun. I end up swapping out for his tri-zip because it's a bigger book bag, and I only get their guns, and I think I get the second guy's helmet because he had like an ACH-3 or something like that. And yeah, so let's go ahead and go to the second body right here. And my thought process right now, and what I should have done in hindsight looking at this, is my friend, he was telling me, going ahead, you can fold the stock, you can take the drum mag out, it'll save space. And I was like, good looks on that. And what I should have done is I should have popped a Propital, so I'm passively healing right here. So as you can see, he had a G36, and I all got the U-Lock, and I got this guy's U-Lock helmet, and then that was it. I got the hell on up out of there, y'all. So, and yeah, and the comp tags, everything else, got to get the complimentary dog tags to go with it, and that's it, y'all. So in this fight, mainly, I'd say mainly the things to prioritize, y'all, is cutting off lines of sight, man, and knowing when and how to prioritize your targets. And of course, always expecting several. That's just a good Tarkov. That's just a good Tarkov tip in general. Always be expecting several. Don't swing out, or don't act expecting there's only to be one. And like I said, I wasn't expecting two here, but it worked in the favor because they were focused on my teammate. And that's the biggest tip I'd say to take away from this video, is that whenever there's action and chaos in Tarkov, unless both people are just extremely shit shots, it's not like gonna be like Call of Duty, right, or Battlefield, where a fight's gonna last for like 5 minutes. It's only gonna last a couple seconds. So you want to move when there's action. You want to move when there's any kind of noise in the game, and that's what I did right there. So like I said, y'all, you know, cutting off line of sight right there. And in these fights, I'm happy I get to break these down, because you don't see it in the moment, but when you go back and you play through it, you're like, oh wow, I did that there, I did this there, and this is what helped me in this fight, this is what I could have done better. So like I said, cutting off line of sight, making a move, always staying active. And you don't want to get to that point where you're just holding each other out for too long, right? That's one thing, as you can see, I'm doing in this video that I normally don't do. Like when I was scared, right, I always would stop and I would just want to hold an angle like he is, and we would eventually just get to a standstill where either player doesn't want to push, either player is afraid to make a move, and And you don't want to be reactive in a fight. You want to be proactive. You want to take the first move. You want to take the first shot. And like I said, I'm proud of this. I'm proud of what I did. I'm proud of how I played this. And that is it for this video, y'all. Let me know what y'all thought of this video, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Tempson 918 is out of here. Love you guys.